Hey campers, George here, back in the man cave. Yep, looking at another sharp and shiny. And yeah, you know my favorite guys, Rough Ryder. This guy, a little unusual for me, not something I'd normally look at. But hey, times have changed. Let's check it out. You know, what I'm looking at right now is not something, like I said, is what I would normally look at. One of the reasons is that I don't wear boots. I wear a kind of a boot when I go outdoors, but it's not really what I consider kind of like the cowboy style boot, whether it's for work, casual or smart dress. I don't do that. And one of the reasons is that my legs. I'm a 2x4, 2 foot tall, 4 foot wide, and my legs are the same. I have bigger calves, and I could never find a pair of boots that, well, would fit me comfortably because of my calves. Right. Yeah, I got issues. I got a lot of issues. But hey, that's another story. I was looking online and thought about looking for another folder. Of course, I went just surfing all over the place. Places I look at is like Google, eBay, Amazon, general searches. Came across a boot knife, and I thought, I need to look at this because one, I've read about boot knife. They really are a backup knife. People use them as a backup. They have their main knife, and then just in case, they carry a backup, and that would be typically a boot knife. I started reading about it, and I could never figure out how they carry them. To me, it just seems, man, that's got to be uncomfortable to have it in the boot, or even outside the boot. It's going to catch on your leg pants, things like that. And I've seen the ankle straps, the calf straps, you name it, straps. They have them for them. And I thought, still, I don't think I can do that. I can barely carry a car key. Never mind, put something on my leg. But I'm trying to be proactive here. Thought I need to have a look. Why? I don't have a boot knife. So I started searching. And, of course, my first search is always Rough Ryder. And, woo, they had one. This guy. See this guy? It is the folding boot knife, black and red G10. And you can see it here. You can see where they get the black and the red. Say hello to Mary. Yeah, she's been a character lately. It's a very nice knife. If I saw this in the shop, didn't know what it was, I would just think it's another folder. I didn't realize that it's actually designed to be a boot knife. You can see it has some different things on it, and we'll go over that. But one thing I did like about it, and it's not really an assist. You can just, there you go, and look at that blade. Another reason I had a look at it, it's a very nice knife. I still don't know how I would carry it. So let's have a closer look at it. Hopefully somebody out there can tell me a good way to carry this besides on my shoe, because it ain't gonna fit. Do you like the blade though? Very interesting. Obvious, it is a dagger, which I would think is appropriate for a boot knife. If somebody said to me I have a boot knife, it's probably going to be a dagger. Like I said, this is the Rough Ryder folding boot knife, black and red G10 is the official name. And they're talking about the G10 skins, covers, whatever you call them, scales. And they're very nice. It is very well made, no gaps anywhere, which I suspect is very easy with G10 when you're putting G10 on G10, that sort of thing. Very clean, very nice. You can see it in my hand there, how big it is. I'm assuming this clip, which you could put in your pocket, but it's huge. It's a big clip. This is not a small knife. The way they want you to carry this is using the clip. Now, I know you can get sheaths and that sort of stuff, but I suspect that's why it has the big clip. What do I know? Like I said, relying on you guys to fill me in on this. So you can see very nice. So G10 handles, red and black. It gives it a nice, really accent on it. I like the red black stuff. They do a good job with that. So a couple of things about this. The handle's fine. It feels fine. It's a little squared off but it feels fine. You know, they got these two things on it. Now, the first time I picked this up and I wanted to open it, I did this, and it wouldn't open because I assumed I saw that. So you have to turn it around. So it took me a while to get used to having this on the bottom, and now it clips out. You can see this is still on the bottom. It's in there good, and it is a liner lock. And it does lock very nice. It's very clean. You can see that. One of my concerns was these things in here. Is the blade hitting them? And to be honest, I haven't checked. And if you look in there, it doesn't even come close. Don't know if you can see that. So, like I said, it's not an assisted opening. It's just really smooth. It comes out there so smooth. And it just clips right in and it opens. Until you do that, and then it's in, and it's in good. So G10 handles, and it has the dagger blade, and you can see it there. It's a nice blade. It's very nice, and you've got a nice sharp edge here, and it does have a false blade on the top here, which allows you to bring it to that point that you want on the dagger. Bottom of the blade sharpened. I don't know how sharp. It feels sharp. And you have this here, which if you ask people what's that for, the immediate thing is it's a dagger. It's a stabbing tool. When you stab something, it tends to suck on the blade and it's hard to pull out. And this is used to release the blade. It helps the blade come out. Some people say, no, it's just a blood trough, stop the blood from getting to your blade. Other people will say that, it's a money saver, less steel. Take your pick. I personally, if it works, it works. I don't know what the reason it is there for. Well, I'm not sure. Personally, I would think it is that don't get stuck. Here comes the exciting part, the blade. We're talking about the blade, and yeah, it is T10 carbon steel spear point, which is unusual. But there again, Rough Ryder, they have their standard 440A stainless steel for their folders, but on their bigger knives like this, they're using a far better steel. I think that T10 carbon steel is very nice. Blade thickness, 0.12, which is not bad. Certainly that would be the middle here, because if you look at a dagger, it does have that flattened diamond shape to it. The blade length, let's check it out. From the tip to the working edge, right to the choil, 3.5 inches exactly. Your working edge, the sharp edge, 3.5 inches. Tip to the choil. Overall length, 8.25, I believe. Interesting. I have it at 8.5. Interesting. Their spec says 8.25. I got it at 8.5. One of our rulers is crooked. 8.5, that's a healthy blade. You can see that. The handle, G10. How well does the blade sit in there? Let's have a look, see. Oh, right down the middle. Don't know if you can see that. Very nice. And, when I saw how easy this came out, and it sticks in there. It really clips in well. Mary wants attention. I thought, that comes out really easy. I wonder if I shake it. Nope. I do know that if you do it right, you can flick it and it'll come out, but it's not designed for that. It's not easy to do. It is one-handed. You can do that. And that's what these two things are for. This gets it open. You would open it from there, and when you close it, that'll save your thumb there, and you can do it one-handed. So very nice knife. I really like it. Like I said, the pocket clip or boot clip is really deep. It's it's over 2 inches long, so it's a deep clip, and that's understandable. I can see why. It would fit in your pocket. It's not that thick, so I don't think it'll be that much of an issue, considering I've seen a lot smaller knives than this that are thicker than this. I'm not a boot guy. I have work boots and my trudge around the bush boots, and I think that this is more designed, like I said, for the cowboy style, that sort of thing. I don't know. It's not as heavy, as big as it is. It doesn't feel that heavy, which I think one of the reasons is that there's not a lot of steel on it. It's, you know, you got your liners or G10. There's no steel at all in there, which probably saves on the weight. Like I said, the overall weight on this, 3.36 ounces. Not bad. Like I said, for this size knife, that's not a bad weight. And if that's going to be on your ankle and your boot, you know, the lighter the better. Obviously, you don't want it so flimsy that it's of no use when you actually get it out. And like I said, you know, reading up, probably 90% of the time, this is designed, people will carry this in their boot or wherever, on their ankle, however they do it, as a backup. You know, if they get into trouble, they lose their main knife or whatever, you always have your sneaky little backup in here. It wouldn't be very obvious in public, and which is another good advantage to it. So it's a nice knife, and I like the way that blade comes out. It does come out well. Rough Ryder did a good job on this. It's very clean, very nice. You know, liner lock, like I said. And, you know, that T10 carbon, that's some good stuff right there for Rough Ryder. And you can see, very clean, very nice. And that blade, it's a nice blade. You can't complain about that. The only markings they have on here is they have the model number, which is the RR2084, and China, which they always put in their thing. That's all that's on it. And then on the belt clip, or the boot clip, or whatever clip, it says Rough Ryder. So, very discreet. And nice knife. You can't beat this. And I know what you're thinking. Come on, George, how much did you pay for it? Well, glad you asked, because that much. Now, that's that's inexpensive. Typical for Rough Ryder, they've done a good job and kept the price down, which is why I'm a fan. Budget guy and whatnot. You know, I'm spam. No, I don't eat spam. I'm not allowed to, but I'm on a budget. I'm semi-retired. I don't have a huge income. I like knives. I like sharp and shiny stuff. And, you know, this day and age, it's getting more and more expensive. So I always appreciate the fact that Rough Ryder, you know, is a budget knife. And the quality you get for the price you pay, they're actually worth it. And they have a huge selection. Very nice. So, having said that, if you're interested in getting one and you want to have a look at this, it is a nice knife. And if you decide you want to get one, you can support the channel. There'll be a link below. Purchase the knife. I get a little piece of it, a very little piece of it, but everything helps me to be able to support my channel, and you know, I can buy more. I do this through another company who makes deals with a lot of companies, and it's kind of like a freelance affiliate program. And for me, I don't have to do any work to do it. All I have to do is find the item, show it to you guys, and I can get a link and put it in my description, and when you click there, it takes it to it, and I get a little piece. So appreciate it. What can I say? Mary, for some reason, is determined to sit there and lick me. I just put some lotion on, and you know, because my skin this time of the year gets really dry, and she likes it apparently. Hey, enough already. I've got to do my like, share, subscribe thing. So anyway, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back again soon. Got a lot going on. If you saw my video, got a bunch of knives from Sue Chicken. and I've been thinking about how I want to do that. I think I'm going to review them all. I may do some together and some not. I need to get them back to him. He did give me one to keep, but I'll do the other ones first, and there's some nice knives there. So if you're a whittler, there's a bunch of whittlers in there. Just saying. You all be safe out there. And thanks for watching. See you again soon.